Welcome back, YouTubers. I'm Timothy. Today we're going to be learning how to do a mother culture with EM or effective microbes. In this jar over here in part 1 we discovered how to do this, to create this. If you haven't watched part 1, I'm going to ask you to do so now. This has been standing for about 1 week and it is now ready to be inoculated with some of the other ingredients to make a mother culture. Now, a mother culture means that it's extremely strong and it has been fermented over a couple of weeks and it becomes this, what you see in this bottle over here, this dark consistency basically. Okay, so we're going to be showing you how to make this, and this you'll use 1 teaspoon to 1 liter of water, unchlorinated water, and that will be enough. If you're hearing dogs barking and if you're hearing would be knocked in, our neighbors are busy building, which is highly annoying, but we're going to continue anyway, otherwise I'm never going to get any videos done. So welcome back to my channel. I'm Timothy. Please like, share, subscribe, add your comments in the comments below. I love to hear from all my people that I'm connected to. The EM amount we're making is about 5 liters. Okay, so I'm going to be I'll be showing you what you need. So you're going to need a 5 liter bottle. You might want to throw some water out to create some AOVM. We're going to use molasses. Okay, any molasses. Remember, this is quite a thick substance normally. If you want to dilute it, what I did with this one, it was halfway. I just threw kettle water in there, dissolved the crystals, shook it around, and it's more liquidy now. And that's how I got this consistency for the molasses. Normally this is so thick that you will have to add it to a bowl of hot water from the kettle, let it cool down, and then only use it. Remember, bacteria is heat sensitive, so we can't mess with it too much. So we want to be very gentle when it comes to the mother culture, because that is going to be lasting you for at least a couple of years. Now, molasses, I would use probably about a cup of molasses for a 5 liter bottle. That's your dosage. A cup of molasses in a 5 liter bottle. Okay, so in the previous lesson we learned how to make this culture. All it is the rice water mixed with milk, and it's been fermenting for about a week now. It is going to start smelling cheesy because that's basically what we're creating over here. And I'm going to just take this off so you can see what it looks like. And this is the lactic acid bacteria. Now, if you look over here, it's like a cheese-like film on top of the liquid or the serum. Here is the bacteria that we're looking for, and the bottom is the sediment that we don't want. So here and here is something we can throw in the compost heap, and that's fine. We'll separate them now, and I'm going to do this all in front of you so you can see what we're doing. So all we're going to do right now, just excuse the way I'm doing this, we're going to strain this liquid out. And so far there's quite a lot of liquid coming out. Remember, this is quite a concentrate right now. We don't need much of this water to make it work. This I'm going to throw in the Bokashi compost, which I'm going to show you in a later video how to create. And then we're going to make products from each of the EM that we've done before. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to simply pour that in to your distilled water or mineral water. That's perfectly fine, or OR water, that's okay. And we're going to just simply pour some of this liquid in. Don't worry about it too much, it's not a complete science. Remember, this is a very concentrate. You only need it. I only use half of that jar, and the rest can go into the compost heap. And this is the molasses. Remember, 1 cup of molasses is all you need in order to make this mother culture. So we are going to use, this is 125 mils. I'm going to fill it to the brim, and we're going to use 2 of these. Actually, I might use 3 of these, just to really feed those microorganisms. Now, anything with sugar will do. Brown sugar will make your mixture last so much longer. Actually, I might as well just use majority of all of this. It is due for me to buy a new one, so that's perfectly fine. Remember, this mixture will now last for about a year. You give me enough food to last a year. Remember, this was halfway, and I filled it with kettle water and let it sit to cool down to make this. Okay, so as you see over here, you've got this amazing mixture. It's quite light brown or darker brown, that's from the molasses. What we actually want to do is, if we have EM1 already, we can shake that up and we can pour about 2 teaspoons of this in here as a extra little step. You don't need to do that. You've already made the bacteria, but that is just to ensure that we've got the right bacteria inside here. Now, if I wanted this culture to last a year to 2 years, I will add the rest of this as brown sugar, and then I'll put it into a cold fridge. This will keep the EM alive and stored very well. That will actually start, I might get a little bit of white crystals on top here, that's fine. You'll shake the bottle around when you can. You do need to burp this mixture every now and then. I would do it every second day, every third day. Just remembering that it doesn't really like a lot of air. So I might just fold this a little bit more so it goes to the brim. EM doesn't like air at all, so if we can try and reduce the quantity of air, that's perfectly fine. Okay, we just need a little bit of space on top for it to breathe. Okay, and the white curd, I'm going to throw in my compost heap that is filled with bacteria, that is very good for the ground, also very good for chickens. If you have chickens or livestock at home, they will gobble this up like you can't believe. And this mixture over here, I'll put into a fridge. If I'm using it in the fridge, I will put some brown sugar in this mixture, probably about a cup or 2, and then I'll put this in the fridge itself. So then basically when I need to use it, I'll take it out of the fridge, let it thaw for about 2 hours, and then it is ready to use. Now remember, 1 teaspoon of this will make 1 liter of EM solution. This is now your mother culture. I will use it within 3 weeks time. I will start using this mixture. It takes about that amount of time to really colonize the entire mixture, because remember, we poured this liquid in now, which was the bacteria, lactic acid bacteria, and it is now ready to use. I would use it only 3 weeks time when this turns light brown. Okay, that is when it's the perfect timing to use this product. And this 5 liter can probably make thousands of liters of EM, which makes it so cost effective in your spraying of your garden, using around the house. You'll only need a teaspoon of this into a bottle of water, undistilled water, probably about the size of this. A teaspoon of this into a bottle like this, and then it's ready to use. Okay, keep the air pocket over here as light and as less as possible. You don't really want this bacteria having air. So as soon as I start using the bottle, I will then fill it with more spring water or anything to take that air pocket away. That is a good idea to do for this mixture. Now, this will obviously stay for 3 weeks, and then it is ready to use. You'll know when it's ready to use when this dark brown turns a light brown. As you can see, it's lighter brown than this one over here. That means that this has been colonized with that bacteria and is now ready to use. Now, the benefits of lactic acid bacteria, or EM, or effective microbes, is quite second to none. I would put this into a spray bottle, spray my hands daily with it. I will use it as a deodorizer. If you have gym shoes that is smelly, if you have a dirty bin, I would fill that bin with water. I'll throw probably about a cup of this into that dirty bin, and I'll deodorize it. It will kill all the bad bacteria inside there, and it will clean it out. If I'm using in the drains, I will use about a cup of this EM solution. I like to go a little bit overboard when it comes to cleaning my drains. So I'll use a cup of this one, even though it's overkill, in my drains, leave it overnight, and no other chemicals, just leave it as is. In the drains, throw it down, let it sit overnight, and then flush out that drain the next morning. Now, like I said before, this can be fed to the chickens. That is, you're more than welcome to do that. That is so healthy for any animal, by the way. That is brilliant. You can even just throw it in your compost heap or in and around your plants. That is more than enough what you need right now to make this bottle will at least not hold for at least a year to 2 years. And then when it is halfway, then I'll just refeed it with more molasses to keep the culture going onwards, and that becomes your mother culture from this day onwards. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you're going to use it for pet care, I would bath your pets in it. 1 cup of this to the bath water while you're bathing your puppies or your cat or whatever animal you have. The good microbes will go on their skin and protect their skin. I hope that has helped you. I apologize for the dogs barking in the background. It's just ridiculous on the side. But much love to all of you. If you have any questions, please comment in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, how you use EM in your life. Please let me know. I'd love to hear all your uses at the moment. I'll make a complete video, a new one, on all the different versatile things you can use EM for. I hope you enjoyed this video. Much love to you. Thank you so much.